This is a Manta Sports Media presentation of 16th Region High School basketball action. We'd like to welcome you to Howard Holbrook Athletic Complex West on the campus of West Carter High School and John Hott Brown Court for tonight's basketball action. We are in the second round of the All-A tournament for the 16th Region. The winner tonight will be taking on West Carter in the championship game on Thursday. So tonight's matchup is crucial to move on, and then, of course, depending on how the tournament is going to be set up, if it's similar to the volleyball setup, they will be having a play-in game to see who will be advancing on down to the state tournament down in Richmond, Kentucky, down on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. But we got a good matchup here today, as we're going to have the home team on the scoreboard. That's going to be the Raceland Rams, currently right now 2-1 on the season, and they are going to be taking on the visiting Royals of Rose Hill Christian School. And so should have a good matchup here today. Of course, both of these teams less than a week ago has already played each other. And that is correct. So these teams are very familiar with each other. They played on the second night of the season, in which Raceland defeated Rose Hill at Raceland by a score of 69-37. And that was the second game of the season for the Raceland Rams, and as well as the second game of the season for the Rose Hill Christian Royals. Of course, taking a look at Raceland to start out with. Raceland, as we said, has already defeated Rose Hill earlier, 96-37, but also defeated a very tough Elliott County team as well to advance to tonight's second round tournament action, as they defeated Elliott County 54-46 to advance today. Of course, Rose Hill got the first round bye, as well as Menifee County, to make it automatically into the second round. But as we see here, Raceland, they have last year did pretty well. They were 18-9 on the season, and they only lost one senior. And so Raceland's kind of in a pretty good position at the moment to continue on their winning tradition there at Raceland. Of course, unfortunately, they lost in the first round of the 63rd District Tournament last year to Russell by a score of 61-47. But they are looking at trying to advance on and see if they can try to do some more damage in the 63rd District this year. And as we said, of course, Raceland and Rose Hill's already played each other once this year. But last year, it was a little bit of a closer game dealing with on February 15th. They played Rose Hill last year and won by a score of 53-51. And so that will be something interesting to take a look at here this afternoon. Of course, Rose Hill, as we said, they are currently 0-4 on the season, as they have fell to Greenup County 49-58. They fell to Raceland, as we said, 69-37. They also fell to Magoffin County 77-43. And then just recently over the weekend, they lost against Notre Dame of Portsmouth, Ohio by a score of 64-51. So Rose Hill trying to get back on track and try to get some of their winning ways going again. Of course, last year their season not what they wanted to hopefully ended up with a 6-22 record. Of course, they lost in the first round of the 64th District to the undefeated Ashland Tomcats by a score of 95-52. Of course, all 6 of their wins last year were outside of the 16th region. Now, of course, as well, Rose Hill's in a rebuilding year themselves, because they've actually lost 5 seniors out there. But if you take a look at the history of Rose Hill Christian School, at one point in time, they were known as the place to keep up with, and they were producing NBA stars over there at Rose Hill. During the 2001 and 2002 seasons, O.J. Mayo, who averaged 25 points a game for the Royals during his 7th and 8th grade year, he played on the varsity team. Actually, funny anecdote, I used to be a basketball official myself many years ago, and I remember going over to Rose Hill and officiating a game with O.J. Mayo, and actually I think he was warming up at the time period in the JV match, and he kept me on my heels. He didn't let the ball go past half court. It didn't go unless he wanted it to go past half court. But that was during his 7th and 8th grade year. And eventually he transferred high schools and moved up into Cincinnati to get into some of the higher prep schools up in that area. And eventually he made it into the NCAA, where I believe he was a USC Trojan for a year before going back in. And, of course, there was a little bit of controversy with that. And he ended up going ahead and going to the NBA draft, in which he was drafted 3rd overall by the Memphis Grizzlies. Of course, his story as well later on, he got traded to Dallas and then finally to Milwaukee. Had a little bit of trouble in the league with some substance enhancers, performance enhancers, and got suspended from the NBA until a couple years ago. But right now, kind of a where are they now moment, O.J. Mayo is now in the Chinese Basketball League, and he is in the Liao Lang Flying Leopards as of this year. He's played in Europe and in the Asian leagues for a long time. Of course, he wasn't the only star that Rose Hill has been able to put out. They also helped out Henry or Bill Walker, who played with O.J. Mayo as well. And he was drafted in 2008, the 47th overall by the Boston Celtics. Of course, now he is in the Japanese B League by the Shanghai Lake Stars. So Rose Hill has had some good traditions of producing some mighty fine players. And actually that even speaks back to the 02-03 year when Rose Hill was the 16th region champions during that time period and made it all the way to the state quarterfinals. Of course, after that time period, that was when Mayo and Walker both left to Cincinnati prep schools, and then they've kind of been on a downward spiral since then. They haven't had a winning season since back in the 2008-2009 season that's out there. And so hoping that the Rose Hill Christian School starts getting back in on the winning path on there as well. But they definitely have a huge foe to take on in the Raceland Rams this year. Of course, Raceland has several seniors on the roster. They have Kirk Pence, Christian Large, Justin Stevens, Gavin Reed, all seniors on the squad this year. And then they also have several juniors in Andrew Floyd, Kyle Broughton, Landon Newman, and then as well Parker Gallion and Will Farley. So they have definitely got a challenge ahead of them here tonight in the second round of the All-A tournament. So we're going to go away for just a few moments, have a few advertisements, pay a few bills and everything. Make sure that on our pages that you do put down where you're watching from today, who you're rooting for as well. We are live on both Facebook and YouTube. So if you know somebody that wants to watch the game and they are not a Facebook user, direct them over to our YouTube channel. It's Mantis Sports Media. And we are currently live on there as well. This is Jeff the Mantis Irwin doing all your play-by-play and commentary and everything else, running the camera, the scoreboard, and everything else on here. So just bear with us as we go through here today. But we'll be back here in just a few moments with a few words from our sponsors on Mantis Sports Media on Facebook and YouTube.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney. The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future.
I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by?
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody.
Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
And we're back here live at John Hott Brown Court at West Carter High School. Definitely like to thank all of our viewers for tuning in. Thank you, Jonathan Gauze, as well as Nancy Gauze as well. Cameron Parker cheering on the Raceland Rams, cheering on Jaybird. Laura Woods Justice cheering on her Rose Hill Royals. Also, thanks to Tony Pence. Good to get your message and everything else. He's cheering on his Comets and the Rams. And, of course, the Comets won in a game earlier here tonight, taking Menifee County into a running clock situation, and ended up defeating the Menifee County Wildcats by a score of 78-48. So the winner here tonight is going to be taking on West Carter in the finals on Thursday. Thanks, Janice French, for checking in and cheering on her Rams here today, as well as Kyle Broughton. And then Maury Boggs Crawford, thanks for checking in with us, and she's cheering on her Rose Hill Royals. And so hopefully we're going to be rolling here in just a couple minutes as the Raceland Rams are back out on the court. Rose Hill getting some last-minute instructions in the locker room and getting ready to come out here as well. Of course, if you're new to COVID basketball, you'll probably notice definitely the stands the audience has dwindled down quite a bit during this first phase. There's a very limited number of tickets that is being granted to each of the players so that they can give the tickets to their families and everything else. Of course, here at West Carter, of course, the tickets have to be paid for. They're not just given away. So there's is some funds that is being generated there. But each player is limited to inviting up 4 fan members at this time period. And so you'll probably see definitely on the screen and everything else much less fans than what you would normally see during a ball game, especially a tournament game such as this. Of course, as we said, if you're new to the COVID basketball, instead of having a jump ball, they flip a coin, and actually they did that just a moments ago, in which they determine who gets the basketball first. And so we will get that information out to you here shortly as both teams are getting in ready to go for the first half of basketball here. And now we're getting ready for this is our second game here on the night. Of Chris Perry on the PA system here today, longtime Comet supporter. So we're going to be introducing the players tonight for starting out first with the roles of Rose Hill. Starting out that guard, a freshman, number 4, Luke Pennington. And then next, a junior forward wearing number 10, Chase Pennington. And then next, a forward sophomore wearing number 24, Luke Larson. And then number 45, the sophomore, Ian Justice. And then number 55, Kyson Coleman, a sophomore. So that's your starting lineup here for Rose Hill. And now going to the home team on the scoreboard, the Raceland Rams. Starting off number 1, a guard, junior, number 1, Andrew Floyd. Then number 2 at guard, a senior, number 2, Kirk Pence. And then at guard, a junior, number 5, Kyle Broughton. And then at strong forward, a senior, number 20, Justin Stevens. And then rounding out the lineup is the center, senior, number 22, Gavin Reed. Of course, the head coach for Rose Hill is Johnny Bush, and the head coach for Raceland is Bob Trimble. So it appears that Rose Hill will be getting the ball first, so that means that the possession arrow is going to be heading to Raceland, as we are now underway with the second round of the 16th Region All-A Tournament. Rose Hill drives in, he stops, pops it, no good. Rebounded number 5, Kyle Broughton of Raceland. Pulls it up, gets it out to the corner, pops it the 3, and it is good by Broughton. So Raceland gets on the board first, draws first blood with a huge 3 to begin out the first quarter. Raceland showing man-to-man coverage at the moment. 3 by Pennington, no good. Rebound Raceland as they are pushing up the ball quite a bit. Floyd pops for a 3, no good. Rebounded by Pennington. He pulls it back out to slow down the team, gets it down into the corner. He drives one-handed, no good. Rebounded by Stevens. Raceland now slowing things down a bit, calling the plays. Gets back up to the top of the key. He's going to pop a 3, and it is good by Kirk Pence. So Raceland gets a 6-point lead off of 2 threes. Rose Hill moving the ball around to the wing, trying to get it down into the paint, kicks it out to the other wing. Takes the shot, drives it on in, puts it up, and good by Luke Larson. Gets Rose Hill on the board. Raceland drives it in, kicks it out to the wing, wide open, no good. Rebounded by Raceland's Pence. Gets it out to the wing. Kicks it back out for the 3. Had wide open drill. It drives in instead. Good pass there by Floyd as Kirk Pence picks up an easy layup for Raceland. And they are on top by 6 right now at a score of 8-2. Tries to get that one inside, but deflected off. Rose Hill keeps possession. Kicks about up to the top. And stolen by the Rams. As he goes for the layup, good. So Andrew Floyd gets the steal and the bucket. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout here by Rose Hill. So we'll be back here on 30 seconds at Mantis Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And we're back here at West Carter. Rose Hill just took a 30-second timeout to slow the bleeding just a little bit. Coach was kind of disappointed in the ball pressure, looking for some stronger defense out there. Drives to hoop, kicks it out. Back out to the top, drives it in. Around the back, stops, pops, no good. Rebounded by Pence of Raceland. Fast break offense now for the Rams. Good in and out, but doesn't get it, and that one's going to be off of the leg of Reed, and it's going to be a Rose Hill ball. Coleman with the ball on the wing. Drives it in, and we're going to get our first foul of the afternoon here. And that's going to be an offensive foul against number 0, Stacy Jackson. That's going to be his first, team's first of the half. Raceland gets it down in the paint. A nice, easy 2 there by Pence. Stretches out the lead there. Excuse me, I'll get the score correct. Raceland 12, Rose Hill 2. Puts up a 3, no good. Rebounded by Raceland. Gets it underneath the basket, and he's going to get fouled. And the shot doesn't drop, but he has got fouled. He has been there most of the night tonight. And that's going to go against number 10, Chase Pennington. That's his first, team second. Kirk Pence is on the line. He'll be shooting 2. First one's up and doesn't get the shooter's roll on that one, and so he'll get another one here in just a second. Gets a second one to drop there for him. As he extends out the lead to 11. Rose Hill moving the ball too much, but not getting a whole lot of good quality shots. They drive into the paint and then get stopped by the defenders, and there he's going to get steps called against him on that one. That was Luke Larson. Took one too many steps in the paint on his drive and picked up the traveling call. And that's going to be off of Rose Hill, and it'll be Raceland's ball. Checking into the ball game now for Raceland is number 1. I don't have him on my roster, but we will find out who he is here momentarily. As big 3 there by Andrew Floyd to extend out the lead to 14. Rose Hill for a 3, no good. Rebounded by Floyd. Raceland getting the offense set up now. Kirk Pence kicks it out to the wing. Pence has been good tonight, getting himself in good position for some easy layups as Andrew Floyd drives in, drawing the foul. That one's going to go against number 10, Chase Pennington. That's going to be his second, team's third. So Floyd will be shooting 2. First one is up and bounces around the rim and no good. Checking into the ball game now for Rose Hill is number 45, Ian Justice, and then number 33, Jacob Gauze. And number 12 checks in for Raceland as well. Second one falls for him. Just a little bit under 3 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Raceland's on top 17-2. Puts an off-balance shot up, ends up getting his own rebound, puts it up one-handed and gets the basket by Stacy Jackson on there. So we've got another full timeout here by Rose Hill. So we'll be back here in 60 seconds on Manta Sports Media on Facebook and YouTube.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out."
And we're back here at West Carter. Raceland leads right now 17-4. Rose Hill going into a full court press. Raceland gets it down into the corner. Pops it back out up to the top. And a big steal there by Jackson as he lays it in for two. So Rose Hill's had a little bit of trouble to start things out with on trying to get their offense going, but has scored 4 straight points so far. And we're going to get a foul here against Rose Hill. And that's going to go against Jackson. That's going to be his second, team's fourth. They're going to say that was a foul on the floor. So Raceland will be having the ball underneath the rim. Gets it into Broughton. Puts it up one-handed. No good. Rebound Rose Hill. Puts it up one-handed and in. So Jackson has scored 6 straight points against Raceland here in the last few moments. Raceland, good ball movement to break the full court press of the Royals. Gets the offense set up, kicks it over to the side. He's looking down in the paint. He ends up driving it. Kicks it out to the corner and then back out to the wing, and then he pops a three, and good by Kyle Broughton. Takes the lead back up out to 12. Off balance shot. Couldn't get that one to go. Rebounded by Raceland. And he tries to take it the distance, but ends up getting fouled. That one goes against Rose Hill's number 1. Like I said, I don't have his name on the roster just yet. But we will get that here as soon as we can. Raceland shooting 2. Checking into the ball game back for Rose Hills, number 24, Luke Larson. And then for Raceland, number 20, Justin Stevens, and number 22, Gavin Reed. And doesn't get this one to go. Kicks it out to the corner. Pops a three. That one's in and out, rebounded by Raceland. And Raceland's going to be holding the ball here at what appears to be for the last shot of the quarter. Raceland's had a good run here so far, but had 6 straight points from Stacy Jackson. But he's been cold ever since then. Under 10 left to go. Drills it in. Pops the three. No good. And that is going to finish things here for the first period. Our score right now is Raceland 20, Rose Hill 8. So we'll be back in 60 seconds here on Manta Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And if you'd like to advertise with us, feel free to give us a message here on Facebook. We love to host your business on here to try to help you attract more customers. But you can send us a message here on Facebook. Also, you can send us an email at mantasportsmedia@gmail.com, or you can call or text us at 606-207-3315. Love to have everybody as part of our sponsorship and everything. But, of course, Raceland's getting the ball to start the next period here. So that means Rose Hill will get this going into the halftime unless we get a jump ball between then. Big three there by number 2, Kirk Pence. Three on the opposite end, doesn't draw any iron or anything, so that one's going to go out of bounds by Jackson. Rose Hill still putting on some light full court pressure. Kicks it all the way across the court. Fakes a couple shots, kicks it right back to him. Broughton has it. Gives it over to Floyd and finally gets it into the middle of Stevens. Stevens bounce, kicks it back out for the three, and it is good by Andrew Floyd. Now an 18-point lead by the Raceland Rams over top of Rose Hill. And some razzle-dazzle there by Stacy Jackson, but doesn't get it to finish. And no good on the layup by Raceland, but he gets it all the way down to Jackson. Jackson puts it up left-handed, no good. Rebounded Broughton from Raceland. Gets it over to the wing to Pence. Pence puts up the three, and it is good. And we're going to get another timeout here by Rose Hill. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back here in 30 seconds on Manta Sports Media.
The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
And we're back here live at West Carter High School. Rose Hill's taking their third timeout of the half so far with 6:25 left to play in the first half. Coach trying to get his team woken up just a little bit. Trying to get some good ball movement and some good shots going on. It's one thing that they haven't been able to get a whole lot of right now. They've been forcing it just a little bit too much, and that one is a steal by Raceland's Pence, and that is good. 31-8 now is your score. Raceland on top. Drives in, goes up left-handed, no good. Rebounded by Raceland's Floyd. Floyd moves the ball up ahead, ends up getting it back to him, fakes the three, drives in, kicks it back out to Pence for the three, and he gets the shooter's roll. So Pence really turning it on here today. He's been getting in good positions, whether it's been around the arc or down underneath the goal. As there's a steal, but we're going to have a foul here. And they're going to say that one's against number 5, Kyle Broughton. That's going to be his first. Team's first. As number 11, Landon Newman checking in, as well as number 12. About to get his name here in a moment as well. Gets it in, and has an open shot, and finally falls for Luke Larson, and he gets Rose Hill now into double digits. Kicks it over to the wing to Floyd. He drives. Kicks it back up to the top. Back over to the wing again. Good ball movement here by the Raceland Rams. As looks like Rose Hill is going into a zone defense. And we're going to have a foul here, offensive foul against number 22, Gavin Reed. That's going to be his first, team second. Puts it up one-handed, ends up getting and drawing the foul. That's going to go against Floyd, and that's going to be his first, team's third. So Chase Pennington, first time at the line tonight for him. He's going to shoot 2, and he ends up getting the first one. While Ian Justice checks back into the ball game for Rose Hill. Second shot is up and gets the roll. Now 34-12, Raceland on top. Cuts through the defense, stops, pops, no good. Rebound, Raceland. That's Luke Larson on the rebound. Gets it up to the top of the key to Pennington. Pennington struggled to hold on to it, ended up recapturing it. Tried to get the bank shot, no good, but this is going to be off of Rose Hill, so it'll be Raceland basketball. With just a little bit under 4 minutes to play here in the first half, Raceland's on top, 34-12. Kicks it out to the corner for 3. No good. Air ball on that one, and that one sails out of bounds. It'll be Rose Hill ball. Rose Hill having a little bit of trouble trying to get some good penetration down into the paint. They've been getting there and throwing some off-balance shots, but they need to start increasing up and trying to get some higher quality shots that's not off balance. They look impressive if you make them, but if you don't make them, then it kind of defeats the purpose. While number 10, Chase Pennington, with a little bit of fundamentals there, puts up the layup and gets Rose Hill up to 14. Down to the wing now. Pence pulls it out, changes up the offense. Rose Hill's in a 2-3 defense. Of course, Raceland right now not in a hurry, wants to try out a few different offensive sets, and then there's a good pass and just barely rolls out there by Reed. Rebound goes to Rose Hill. Pops up a three and desperately needed that one, as that was Chase Pennington on the three. And so we're going to get a timeout here by Raceland. It's their first timeout, and so we'll be back here in 30 seconds on Mantis Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And we're back here at West Carter High School. 2:33 left to play in the first half. Raceland doubling up a Rose Hill score, 34-17. Raceland slowing down the path just a little bit. They've been run and gun most of the game, really throwing Rose Hill off balance and getting some really good shots, some wide open looks around the three. And then they've been able to penetrate very well. There's a three, no good by Floyd. Rebound, Rose Hill takes it down court. And they're going to get a blocking call against the Rams. Coach is wanting steps called on that, but not going to get it. And that one is on Raceland's number 12. We'll get name on that one here momentarily. Our names have come from the Ashland Daily Independent as well as the Kentucky High School Athletic Association's Reinert's scoreboard. So if there's mistakes or absences on there, feel free to give your coaches a call and everything and let them know to get all your players on the roster. 3-point shot there by Broughton. No good. Rebounded by Rose Hill. Drives in the paint, gets bumped, kicks it back out to Jackson. Jackson puts up a three, no good. Rebounded Rose Hill, or excuse me, Raceland. Gets it cross court, gets it down in the paint. Easy look there for number 12. Rose Hill has the ball top the key, kicks it over to the wing. Gets a good look there, but no good on the shot. Rebound to Raceland, and they're off to the races again. They've got some numbers as he dishes it off to the left over to Broughton, and that is good. We're under a minute left to go here in the first half. Raceland's on top, 38-17. Looks like they're going to kick back and hold back for the last shot. Stacy Jackson has it wide open side, ends up kicking it over to the side, back to Jackson. Jackson fakes a three, drives it in, off balance shot, and no good. Rebounded by Rose Hill, and he makes the shot, and he's going to get one as well. That foul is on number 20, Justin Stevens. That's his first, team's fifth. With Ian Justice making the basket and getting the and one. Luke Pennington checking back into the ballgame for Rose Hill. Drains that one. Takes it to a 20-point lead. He puts up a last-second shot, and that one falls way short. And so that's going to end things off here for the first half. At halftime here, Raceland leads by, it's 38 to 20. Making sure everything's all synced up with the scoreboard here. So Raceland leads by 18 points. So we'll take a break here, pay a few bills and everything, and we'll be back here momentarily on Mantis Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney. The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future. I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody.
Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
Awkward. Do I look familiar? I should. You might remember me from here. Here. Or maybe even here.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing. It can actually be a perfect moment to reach out to a friend and ask if they're okay if they seem down. It doesn't matter how you say it.
You all right?
Everything's okay?
Oh, gee.
You all right, girl? You cool?
You bugging dog.
Just show you're there for them. Go on, Kelly. Seize the awkward.
Hey, you haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
And we're back here at halftime at West Carter High School for the second round of the All-A 16th Region Tournament. Raceland leads right now 38 to 20. Taking a look at some halftime stats, we'll start off with Rose Hill. Rose Hill right now for shooting from the field is 8 for 26, shooting 30.8%. So not good, as we mentioned before, not hitting up the high-quality shots that they need to have. They did get a little bit warm there for a while, but have cooled off. They are currently 1 for 9 behind the three-point arc, shooting 11.1%. The leading scorer right now for the Royals is number 10, Chase Pennington. He's got 7 on the night, and just directly behind him is Stacy Jackson, 00, who has 6 points. He's 3 for 8 from the field and 0 for 3 behind the arc. And then directly behind him is number 24, Luke Larson, with 4 points on the night. He's 2 for 5 from the field and 0 from 1 from behind the arc. And then finishing out the scoring for Rose Hill is number 45, Ian Justice. And he is shooting perfect from the field, 1 for 1, and 1 for 1 from the free throw line for his 3 points as well. And so that gets you all the 20 points by Rose Hill. Taking a look at scoring now by Raceland. Leading scorer right now, no doubt about that, has to be Kirk Pence with currently 19 points on the night. He is 7 for 10 from the field and 4 for 5 from the three-point line. Free throw shooting not as good. He's 1 for 4, shooting 25% right now, but he's definitely got the lead on there for the Rams. Other Rams scorers that we have is number 1, Andrew Floyd. He's got 9 points on the night, 2 3-pointers, and he's 3 for 8 from the field. Then also you have number 5, Kyle Broughton. He's got 8 points on the night. He's 1 for 2 from the 2-point range and 2 for 5 from behind the arc. And then finishing out the scoring right now for Raceland is number 12, Parker Gallion. And he's a number that I didn't have a little bit earlier, but now have him. And he has got 2 points on the night. Raceland altogether from total field goals is 14 of 28, so they're shooting right at 50%. 3-point shooting has been pretty good. They are 8 from 14, currently shooting 57.1%. And free throws, however, lacking just a little bit on there. May need to get a little bit more practice going on there, but they are 2 for 6 from the charity stripe, and right now at 33%. As far as turnovers, not a whole lot here on the night. Rose Hill currently has 4 turnovers compared to Raceland's 1 on the night as there. As far as rebounding, pretty even. Raceland right now has 19 total rebounds compared to Rose Hill's 14. Of course, one of the big things that you have to take a look at is the points off the turnovers. And, of course, even though that not a whole lot of turnovers have happened, Raceland's been able to capitalize on those, and they have gotten 9 points off the turnovers, with Rose Hill only getting 2. Of course, Raceland has stopped the ball 20 times, with Rose Hill stopping at 13. Of course, Rose Hill right now getting a little bit more action in off of their bench, with having 6 bench points compared to Raceland's 2 on there. No shots in the paint just yet. I've had a lot of jump shots just right outside of it, but nothing on there just yet. Of course, the largest lead of the night, there's not been any lead changes. Raceland started off fast and have taken the lead. Their largest lead of the night was when they were up 34-8. That was a 26-point lead on there. There's not been any ties and no changes. The longest runs of the night, Raceland ended up going on a 17-0 run at one point in time, with Rose Hill there in that second quarter. The end of the first, going into the second, ended up on a 9-0 run on there as well. Not too many fouls to speak of right now. Of course, Stacy Jackson has 2 personal fouls for Rose Hill, as well as Chase Pennington, number 10. So they'll have to kind of watch themselves out here for the second half. The only person with a foul for Rose Hill as well is number 1, Tate Akers, and he's got 1 himself. Raceland ended up with 5 fouls on the half. Andrew Floyd had 1, Kyle Broughton had 1, Parker Gallion had 1, Justin Stevens had 1, and Gavin Reed has 1. So they're kind of spread out, so not too much trouble as far as fouls go at the moment. Of course, assist on the night. Raceland's definitely been getting the ball to where it needs to go at. They've currently been sitting on 9 assists compared to Rose Hill's 2 assists out there as well. Raceland stole the ball twice, while Rose Hill stole it 1 time as well. And so we're getting ready here. We're just about ready to start off the second half. Of course, didn't mention earlier, our officials here today, of course, assigned by the Northeastern Kentucky Basketball Officials Association, is David Fields, Jeff Callahan, and Nathan Sutton. So in box scoring, just to kind of finish things out while the teams get ready to go out on the court, Raceland outscored Rose Hill 20-8 in the first quarter, and then also outscored them by 18-12 in the second quarter, getting us to our total score of 38-20. So it looks like Rose Hill will have the ball to start out the second half. And we are underway. Rose Hill gets it to the wing. He's looking for somebody down in, but not a whole lot of movement down in the paint. He's got Jackson working it on the post. Kicks it back out up to the top and just about stolen there by Raceland. Drives it in, one-hand hook shot, and that is good by Kyson Coleman. So he draws first blood here in the second half for the Royals. Good ball movement to break the press of Rose Hill. Kicks it all the way across court. You got to watch out on passes like that. Especially a lot of these basketball players are football players as well. And that shot good by Kyle Broughton. And like I said, of course, I know Rose Hill doesn't have a football squad, but if they play football, in leagues or anything else, that's almost like an interception just waiting to happen. Drives it down in the paint, puts the shot up, no good. Rebound, Raceland's Floyd. Drives it in, just about back tipped on there, gets it down to Pence. Pence drives baseline, and layup is good. Gets the lead back out to 20 for the Rams. Drives in, tip pass. He's got a man open down the field. It's Pence. Pence draws the foul. That sounded like a football announcement there. He's got him down the field, but he had a wide open Pence there. That one's going to go against Stacy Jackson, and that's his third, team's first of the half. So he's dipping into a little bit of foul trouble right off the bat. As Pence makes the first one of two. Then number one, Tate Akers, comes in for Rose Hill. Pence shots up, right off the rim, gets it to fall for him. Hesitates on the three, kicks it back out up to the top to Coleman. Coleman gets it back out to the wing, puts up a three, and it is good by Chase Pennington. Had a wide open look there on the wing for that three and took advantage of it. Drives down, but ends up getting tipped, and that one is going to be Raceland ball. 44-25 with 5:42 left to go here in the first half. Gets the ball over to the side. Back up to the top. Rose Hill's still in a 2-3. They just about got that in the middle, trying to get that defense broke down, but they're going to, on the drive, gets it tipped out of bounds, and that's going to be Raceland's ball again. Because that's the name of the game. If you are running an offense against a zone defense, you've got to figure out a way to break it down and get them moving all over the place. If it's simple passes, it's easily defended, and they can just go through their positions. But you've got to find a way to stop, to get them off on one side. As that was a high shot there by Pence, And tipped out of bounds on the rebound by Rose Hill. That's where sometimes running a good motion offense will help out, but you got to get that ball in the paint at times. And there we go. We get Kyle Broughton picks up another 2 for Raceland. Looks like the Rams are in a man-to-man defense. We get it back out to the top. Jackson tries to drive in, pulls it back out. Gets it over to the side, setting up the play. Not a whole lot of cutting into the middle by Rose Hill as Jackson takes it in one hands loop-de-loop on there and gets that one to fall for him. So it's Raceland 46, Rose Hill 27. And still there by Rose Hill as he tries to get it up to Jackson. Jackson puts it up and gets it to fall. So he has got the basket and he's going to be at the line shooting 1. That one's going to go against Andrew Floyd. That's going to be his second on the night. That's the team's first of the half. So Stacey Jackson shooting 2. First one's up, and or shooting 1, excuse me, and it is good. So Raceland breaks through the Royals full court press, gets it over on the wing for a good wide open shot there by Broughton, and he drains the 3. Jackson kicks it out over to the corner, and that is good by Chase Pennington. As they get through the full court press, Pence drives it down, tries to go backwards, and doesn't end up getting it, but he does draw the foul. That one's going against number 24, Luke Larson. That's going to be his first, team's third of the half. With Pence shooting 2, gets the first one to fall. Number 12 checking in for Raceland, that's Parker Gallion. Pence second shot's up, and it is good. So 51-33 right now. Raceland's still on top. Rose Hill chipping away a little bit at the lead. And that one's going to be an illegal pick there against John Van Hoos of Rose Hill. That's going to be his first, team's fourth. Number 45, Ian Justice, checks into the ball game now for Rose Hill. Now something on this press that they have, you can't clog up the middle. You want to deny those middle passes and keep them on the edge to try to make sure that you can get some traps going on, but you can't just leave that. You can't put everybody in the middle. As number 23, Isaiah Perkins, picks up a goal for Raceland. It's now 53-33, back to a 20-point lead. Gets the pick, has a wide open lane to him. Partially blocked shot by Perkins. And that basket is good, and that foul's going to go against number 23, Isaiah Perkins. That's going to be his first, team second. Tate Akers at the line, shooting 1. Shots up, and it is good. Raceland cuts the lead down to 19. Rose Hill cuts the lead down to 19. Good wide open look there. Good passing to get Isaiah Perkins. Another basket for Raceland. And that is going to be, basket is good, and we're going to have a foul against number 5, Kyle Broughton. That's going to be his second, team's third. Kyson Coleman is going to be at the line shooting 1. That's off the back of the rim. Rebound, Raceland. Rose Hill cuts into their half-court defense. Showing possibly a 1-2-2. Gets it right in the middle, and he's going to draw the foul. Has a hard hit there. Well, that's going to go against number 10, Chase Pennington. I believe that is going to be his third on the night. Good inbound spin move there by Broughton. Good hands there by Rose Hill to hang on to that one. Pops up the 3, and that is good by Chase Pennington. Cuts the lead down to 16 now. Rose Hill's starting to get a little bit of life here as Floyd gets that one to fall in. Jackson tries to take it the length of the court and gets it to drop. 59-43, under a minute left here to go in the third quarter. And that one is picked off there by Chase Pennington. He gets the good ball movement there. Able to read that bounce pass in toward the middle. Puts that one up, no good. Rebound, Raceland. And he's going to walk it up, taking a look for the last shot here. Gets it over to the wing, and we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to go, it's going to be a Raceland timeout. Their second timeout on the night. It's going to be a full timeout. So we'll be back in 60 seconds here on Manta Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney. The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
59-43, Raceland on top of Rose Hill right now, taking the timeout. Try to get things slowed down just a touch as Rose Hill is starting to creep back up on Raceland just a touch. Still time for one last shot, 15.3 seconds left to go on the clock. As they're trying to get enough Rams out there to play right now. There was one short. Now they got everybody in. Ball's inbounded in. Gets it over to the side, kicks it back up to the top. Less than 10 seconds. He's going to drive the baseline, puts it up and in. And that was for Pence. Last second shot there by Jackson. No good. And so we're heading into the fourth quarter now. Our score, at the end of 3 is 61-43. We'll be back in 1 minute here on Mantis Sports Media.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
And we're back here at West Carter High School going into the 4th quarter. Raceland going to be starting out with the ball. Rose Hill's been making a little bit of a comeback here as of late, but that's going to go against, they pick up the foul, and that's going to be 55, Kyson Coleman. That's going to be his first, team 6, so from here on out, looks like Raceland is going to be in the bonus. Gets that one pulled in. Right now, they don't have a whole lot on there. They get a good double team, but he's able to get out of that, and then stolen there by Jackson as he takes it to the hole and gets his basket. So 61-45 with Rose Hill starting with a little something, maybe a little bit of a comeback. The Rams got to figure out how to slow down this bleeding right now to get themselves back on top, because if we remember, they had a 26-point lead at the half, and then there's another takeover by Jackson, and he gets the basket, and we're going to get a timeout on the floor here. This one's going to be Raceland. They're going to pick a 30-second timeout. And just like to remind everybody that we still have plenty of advertising spots and everything else available. If you own a business, small business, large business, whatever kind of business, or if you just like to have a good advertisement out there, contact us at Mantis Sports Media here on Facebook. You can also shoot us an email at mantisportsmedia@gmail.com. or give us a call or text us at 606-207-3315. Love to be able to add you to our lineup of advertisers. Definitely would like to thank our advertisers so far of Justin Criswell and Cecilia's Country Market. So Raceland has the ball after the timeout. Full court pressure shown by the Royals. Cuts across court, and that one is stolen by Jackson again. He's going to pop a 3, no good. Probably should have took that one in, and we're going to get a foul here. And that one's going to go against Stacy Jackson. So he got him on the arm, and that is his 4th, and that's going to be team 7th. So we're going to be shooting the bonus down here at the other end. Kirk Pitts got the foul, drew the foul. So he'll be shooting 1 in the bonus. Shots up, and he drains the first one, so he'll get another one on here. 62-47. Substitution coming in for Raceland, number 22, Gavin Reed, checking into the ball game for Justin Stevens. Second shot is up. And that one just barely rolls out and is put back up by Reed. So he gets the offensive board and then some. Jackson tries to take it down to the end, loops it around, no good. Rebound by Reed of Raceland. Heading the other direction, that is up, in and out. Pence with the rebound and puts it up, no good, but ends up drawing the foul. And that foul is going to go against Tate Akers, and that is his second, team's 8th. So Pence is going to be at the line shooting. First one's up, and then he drains that one. Checking in now for Rose Hills, number 10, Chase Pennington, as he replaces Tate Akers. Second shot is up, and he drains that one. 66-47. 19-point lead by the Rams. Drives down the lane, no good. Rebounded by Raceland. And they're still putting the pressure on. They've had some success with the pressure, and that basket is good by number 12, Parker Gallion. Stacy Jackson takes a shot and draws the foul. That foul's going to go against Raceland's number 22, Gavin Reed. That's going to be his second, team's 4th. Jackson's first shot rolls out. Gets ready for his second shot. Drains that one. Gets back to a 20-point lead. And good look there, but couldn't finish that one off by Floyd. Rose Hill's coming the other way. Jackson driving it in. Crossovers. Tries to put it up one-handed, not good. Rebounded by Rose Hill. And they're going to say he carried the ball. So another turnover for the Rams, while number 45, Ian Justice, comes and checks in to the ball game for Rose Hill. .531 left to go here in regulation. Driving down the baseline, pulls up his dribble, gets it back out to the top. Looks out to the wing. Jackson stops, pops the three off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Pence. He's quickly surrounded by two Royals, but he's able to get that one out. Cross courts it now over to Floyd. Floyd drives, puts up the one-hander, and gets that one to fall. As Jackson puts up another off-balance one-handed shot. No good. Rebounded by Raceland. And we're going to get a foul on the floor as Reed was going up with it. That one's going to go against Kyson Coleman. That's going to be his second, team's 9th. First shot is up, and gets that one to rim in. Number 11, Landon Newman checking in, as well as number 1, Tate Akers for Rose Hill. Second shot's up. Nothing been had on that one. And quickly gets it down the floor. Jackson Looked like he was talking to the coach there and went down deep onto the floor, went down to the corner and tried to draw it. Ended up getting the block on there from Kirk Pence. That's his first. Raceland still has a couple fouls to give as Jackson puts up that three. No good, and that's going to be, it's on the ground right now. And then they're going to call jump ball, so this one should be heading back to Rose Hill. And we're going to get a foul before anything starts out, and that one's going to go against Gavin Reed. That's going to be his third, team 6. So Rose Hill will be in the bonus on the next foul. Loses the handle on that, and we're going to get another jump ball. This time the possession arrow points toward Raceland. Full court press again by the Royals. They leave that left wing open. Gets it down in the corner to Pence, and Reed lost the handle on it. Still has it, dished it off to number 12, Parker Gallion. (74-48). Raceland starting to increase up that lead just a little bit. Jackson dribbles himself out of that one and lays that one up. So it's a 24-point lead, but time's starting to dwindle away. Just a little bit over 3 minutes left to go here in regulation. And no good on the layup. Rebounded by Chase Pennington of Rose Hill. Jackson pops the three. That's off the rim. Rebounded by Gallion. Drives it in, kicks it back out. And that one is tipped by Coleman. Taps it out of bounds. Number 33, Cody Hensley, checks into the ball game for the Rams, as they're sitting right now on top with the 24-point lead. Floyd driving it, kicks it out to Pence. Pence gets it down in the middle, down to Jacob Gauze. And so he picks up a couple points here on the night. It's on the ground, said it was juggled, and we're going to get a foul. They're going to say that one's going to be against number 55, Kyson Coleman. So that's going to be his third and team's 10th. Kirk Pence shooting 2. Drains the first one. Getting ready to shoot the second one. It's up and good. Sorry about the camera angle on there for just a second. And we're going to get steps called against the Royals. So the Royals back in full court press again. Usually good ball movement on there, but that one's stripped out by Rose Hill's Pennington. Gets it to Stacy Jackson for the one-hander. 78-52. And we're going to get a foul here. That one's going to go against Tate Akers. That's going to be his third, and that's going to put Kirk Pence back on the line to shoot 2. First one's up and in. That one's rebounded by Rose Hill. Jackson puts up a 3, doesn't draw any iron on that one, and that's going to be out of bounds, and that will be Raceland's ball. Pence drives it down the side of the court. Gets it into the middle, gives it back to Pence, loses his handle on it, ends up getting it to Perkins. Cross courts it now over to Newman. Newman dribbles, drives, stops, pops, and off the rim. Rebound Rose Hill, but ended up stolen on the errant pass there. Pence ended up getting that one. 3-point shot on the way, no good. Rebound Raceland. And we're going to get another jump ball here, and the possession's going to be heading toward Rose Hill. Kyle Broughton checking in to the ball game for the Rams. Number 4, Luke Pennington checking in for Rose Hill. As well as I believe Tate Akers is in. And 55, Kyson Coleman. Dribble that off the back of his foot and then stolen by Broughton. Hesitates, stops, pulls it back out, gives it down to the corner. Back up to the top again. Newman puts up a long shot, no good. Got a lot of contact fans wanting the fouls on that one, but not getting it. And so Raceland's going to be bringing in number 21, Jeremy Crawford. Or excuse me, number 21, Noah Wallace, and number 4, Holden Topping. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. Get in another substitute, number 44, Will Farley. So lots of subs coming in now. I believe it's 20.1 seconds left to go in regulation. So we've got 2 new teams out there so far for both teams doing a lot of substituting, getting all their players in. Going to drive it in and tries to get the left-handed layup, and that is good for Newman. And just about at the end, I know our time shows a 0, but we're not synced up with the clock here at school. He pops a 3, and that one's at the buzzer, and no good. And so our final score here at West Carter, we have Raceland 81, Rose Hill 52. So West Carter and Raceland will be playing for the championship and the right to try to see if they can advance down to Eastern Kentucky for the All-A state tournament. So we're going to take a brief commercial break on here as we get things all reset back up, and then we will get you some end of the game stats here momentarily as soon as we get them. This is Jeff the Mantis Irwin here live on Facebook and YouTube on Mantis Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney. The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
And we're back here live at West Carter High School, where the Raceland Rams has just defeated the Rose Hill Royals by a final score of 81-52. Taking a look at some end of the game stats on here. Some better shooting by the Royals, as they did kind of challenge there for a little bit, but the lead was just a little bit too much there by the Raceland Rams from the first half. They ended up shooting all together. They were 21-54 from the field. Ended up shooting 38.9%. During the second half, they shot 46.4%, so definitely an improvement over that first half. As far as from behind the arc, they were 3 for 10 during the second half, and 4 from 19, or 21.1% from behind the arc. And then overall, they were 6 of 8 from the free-throw line, and that's 75%. The leading scorer for the Royals was number 00, Stacy Jackson, as he was 10 of 18 from the field and 0 from 9 from the three-point arc, and he was 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. Then Chase Pennington, number 10, was the second leading scorer for Rose Hill. He was 1 for 2 from the 2-point area, 4 for 5 from the 3-point behind the arc, and he was a perfect 2 for 2 from the charity stripe for 16 points. And then contributing otherwise for the Royals was number 24, Luke Larson, with 4 points. Kai Coleman with 4. Ian Justice with 3. And Tate Akers also with 3. Taking a look now at the Raceland Rams, they on the night shot 58%. They were 29 of 50 from the field. Not too bad, 9 of 17 from behind the arc at 52.9%. And they were 14 for 20, or 70% from the charity stripe. Leading scorer tonight for the Raceland Rams was number 2, Kirk Pence. He had 33 points on the night. He was 9 from 13 from the field. Altogether, 5 for 8 on his 2-point field goals, and he was 4 for 5 on his 3-point field goals. And he went to the line an incredible 16 times tonight and drained 11 of those as well. 2 other Rams was in double digits. Kyle Broughton ended up bringing up 17 points for Raceland. He was 4 for 6 from the field and 3 from 6 from the three-point line. Then Andrew Floyd brought in 13 points. He was 3 for 8 from the 2-point area, and he was 50%, 2 for 4 from the from behind the arc. and was at 50% for his three-throw shooting. He was 1 for 2. And then taking a look at the rest of the Rams contributing tonight to the points, you had number 12, Parker Gallion, ended up with 6 on the night. He was a perfect 3 for 3 from the field. Gavin Reed contributed out 4 points. Isaiah Perkins had 4 points. Landon Newman had 2, and Jacob Gauze had 2 as well. As far as the battle of the boards, it went to Raceland tonight. They out-rebounded Rose Hill by 37-21 out there. And then, of course, from the points off of turnovers, Raceland, Rose Hill had 10 turnovers to Raceland's 8, so pretty consistent on that. Of course, Rose Hill did pick up several steals at the end of the second, or during that second half. Ended up with 7 steals on the night to Raceland's 5. Of course, as far as the three-pointers, Raceland definitely had that in their bag tonight, scoring 27 from behind the arc compared to Rose Hill's 12. The bench tonight, we got to give the bench award to Rose Hill. Ended up scoring 25 points off the bench to Raceland's 14. And then, of course, shots in the paint, they ended up, points in the paint. Rose Hill controlled the paint tonight, scoring 30 points in the paint, mostly in that second half, compared to Raceland's 24. As far as defensive stops, Raceland controlled the ball, stopping Rose Hill 40 times compared to Rose Hill's 25. And so for our box scoring, of course, let's get down to the leads and everything else for our box scoring. The largest lead of the night ended up being 29 points, and that was where we finished things off here tonight with Raceland 81, Rose Hill 52. The longest run of the night still happened in the first half with Raceland getting a 17-0 run to start things out with, and then Rose Hill within that second quarter, at the end of the first going into the second, had a 9-0 run. No lead changes and no ties here tonight as well. And so the box scores finishing things out here for tonight. Raceland outscored Rose Hill in the first quarter 20-8, and then outscored them again 18-12 for the second quarter. That had our halftime score at 38-20. Then it was a tied ball game for the third quarter. Rose Hill tied up Raceland, and they each scored 23 points in the third quarter. And then Raceland finally closed things out, outscoring Rose Hill 20-9. So that is our stats here from Wes Carter for the Raceland Rose Hill game. As we said before, the championship game for the All-A tournament will be the host school, Wes Carter Comets, as they're going to be taking on the Raceland Rams on Thursday. And so we'll have that event here, and you can watch that game live on Manta Sports Media. Just stay tuned for our event. We'll have that on Facebook and YouTube as well. So for Jeff Irwin and the Manta Sports Media crew, we'd like to thank you all for being with us here today and for sticking with us. So definitely like to appreciate everybody coming in today, watching our games. And like I said, we'll be back again live tomorrow, as it's going to be the girls' turn for the second round. And our first game is going to start out with Menifee County versus the host team, Wes Carter. And then we're going to be finishing things out with the nightcap of these two teams that we just seen here. Raceland going to be taking on Rose Hill in the girls' battle tomorrow. So for Jeff Irwin and the Manta Sports Media crew, I'd like to thank you very much for tuning in with us today, and we will see you tomorrow. And like I said, if you're interested in advertising with us, either send us a message on Facebook or send us an email at mantasportsmedia@gmail.com, or give us a phone call or text us at 606-207-3315. So for Jeff Irwin, God bless you all, and we will see you all tomorrow on Manta Sports Media for more 16th Region High School basketball action.